Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day out there. It is day 2 here in Athens, and I am up pretty early. I'm heading down to the Parthenon to try to beat the crowds. It's supposed to get busy around 11, so it's 7:30 right now. Let's see if I can get there quickly and explore the sites before a lot of people show up. I'm super excited. Heading away from the train station square, you are immediately rewarded with incredible views of the Acropolis and the Parthenon on top. Walking past Hadrian's library and the Roman Agora, I knew that I had plenty of exploring to do over the next few days. It's a short little walk up the hill to reach the Acropolis, and Acropolis means citadel or the fortified area of a town generally built up on top of a hill for protection and safety. Well, there was a little confusion with the e-ticket, but I just made it inside the gates of the Acropolis about 8 o'clock. Nobody here yet, or not many. This is exciting. The Parthenon was built between 447 and 438 BC during the peak of Athenian democracy and was originally a temple to Athena, the patron of the city. Many other temples dot the Acropolis hilltop, but one of my favorites is the Porch of the Caryatids. Here you can see some absolutely beautiful statues of the women of the Caryatids, who were doomed to hard labor because their town sided with the Persians in 480 during the second invasion of Greece.
It's like in the afternoon.
No, we came to park the bus.
The Parthenon itself is a very unique and innovative structure, which would be very hard to build even with today's technology. So it just goes to show you how advanced the Greeks were at math and engineering and with this feat of construction. On top of the Acropolis, you are rewarded with 360-degree views overlooking the city of Athens. I was so happy to finally be here, as Athens has been on my bucket list for many years, and so I took some time to just relax and soak in the views. Well, the Parthenon and all the other buildings on the top of the Acropolis are beautiful, with amazing views of the city. Glad I got there early, really beat the crowd. Right now I'm heading on the south slope and it's starting to get packed up there. So let's go check out some of the theaters and the other structures around here. Along the south slope is a beautiful theater called the Odeon of Herodes Atticus, which was built in 161 AD. It's in wonderful shape considering how old it is, and it's still in use today. So they're doing some construction right now on the Theater of Dionysus back there, which is, I believe, the first theater ever in the history of man. And they're setting up lights and rigging up sound. And I said, what's going on? And the lady there said that they are doing a concert series all summer long at the Theater of Dionysus. So I'm definitely coming back. All right, so I was spitting some Johnny facts at you earlier. Below me is actually the Theater of Dionysus. That is the original theater, supposedly the first theater in the world where comedy and drama actually was performed on stages. So pretty awesome. I'm gonna try to walk down there and check it out a little bit closer to it, but so far this has been an amazing morning. Glad I got up early, beat the heat, beat the crowds. Although it's only supposed to be about 25 degrees today, so pretty tolerable weather, but yeah, great morning so far. Inside the Acropolis Museum, you'll find many of the original artifacts and statues from the Parthenon and other surrounding temples. One of the coolest features I found inside the Acropolis Museum were the replicas of the pediments from the east and west side of the Parthenon. The original pediments were destroyed and or stolen by the British Museum, but the replicas show what they would have looked like back in antiquity. The east pediment contained 10 to 12 sculptures depicting the birth of Athena, and the west pediment shows the defenders of Poseidon. So actually underneath the Acropolis Museum, there's an excavated neighborhood that dates back like to the 350 BC or something. Pretty cool, it's included with it. I would say if you're gonna do the Parthenon and the museum, I would suggest probably you do the museum first. You get a good historical overview, there's some videos, there's lots of cool things to read. However, if you do the museum first, you might not beat the crowds into the Acropolis itself. So it's kind of a catch-22. I got there early, wasn't crowded, then went to the museum. It might be better to do the opposite of that, I don't really know. But, or maybe do late afternoon, and then evening sunset up there. That might be the best way to go about it. Well, I'm in a little park looking for the Prison of Socrates. There's a couple other monuments over here. See if we can find them. The Prison of Socrates isn't much to look at, but it does have a pretty interesting history. Socrates was found guilty of impiety and corrupting the young, and was held in these cells before being sentenced to death. Socrates was perceived to be a threat to the political status quo, and is a great example of how democracy can be rotten by descending into mob rule. Well, it's getting on about 12 o'clock. It's getting really hot. I'm gonna head back to the apartment, take a little rest, come back down and see the Temple of Zeus and some other stuff later this afternoon. Well, it's about 3 o'clock. I just got back down to the tourist city center, heading over to the park, check out Hadrian's Arch and a few other things, which I'll put up on the bottom of the screen because I don't really know. Hadrian's Arch, or the Arch of Hadrian, is a monumental gateway that used to span an ancient road from the center of Athens to the complex of structures on the eastern side of the city, known as the Temple of Olympian Zeus. Well, I'm here at the Temple of Olympian Zeus, which is supposed to have some of the most beautiful columns, and I would say they are magnificent. However, it's a little lackluster since they're doing the restoration. I'm glad they are, but it doesn't make for as beautiful photos or videos. I guess here you can see all the restoration work they're doing, fitting blocks together, trying to match up pieces. Tedious work, I'm sure. The Temple of Olympian Zeus is a former colossal temple at the center of the Greek capital and is dedicated to Zeus as his head of the Olympian gods. This temple used to be a central focus of the ancient city, and the columns here are a testament to its greatness. Oh my God, it's good. This must be that very, very cute neighborhood just north of downtown that everyone talks about. Don't know what it's called, but it's definitely a cute little neighborhood. Good God, what a difference a few hours makes. I was here this morning at like 7:30, it was deserted. This place is packed right now. Well, I've had about as much walking around as I can handle for one day. I've decided to call it a day. I don't know, it's about 5. I think it's just time for some adult beverages and some snacks. My feet are killing me. Well, I've decided to venture out for sunset. Tried to catch the last few rays from the top of this hill up here near the Acropolis and the Parthenon. Coming up next, I do some more exploring around this beautiful city of the gods, checking out the Roman Agora, Hadrian's library, and many other sites and locations. Thanks again for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video so we can talk with you directly. These are fast, fun, and easy ways for you to support what we do. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.